decision about my life. It may be a strange surprise to some. I have always thought I wanted what so many want, but it's to a different conclusion that I've come. I see water rushing through an ancient riverbed. I see snowfall floating high up on the hill. I see an eagle soaring to the red horizon, and I know that's how I am meant to live. Oh, I need to be free. I will go where the wind will carry me. To be free, oh, to be free. You won't see me playing any kind of lottery. You won't catch me wishing on a falling star. You will find me wherever I am called to be, wherever kindness and beauty are. For I think of all mankind as my family. This entire precious planet is my home. So let others build their borders, walls, and boundaries. I will fly above them all, even if I must go alone. Oh, I need to be free. I will go where the wind will carry me. To be free, oh, to be free. When I hear a child singing, when I see a dolphin swimming, when I watch a dancer moving like the wind, it's a calling, it's a vision, it's a voice, and I must listen. So today, this very day, I'm stepping in. Oh, I need to be free. I will go where the wind will carry me. To be free, oh, to be free.
Frank Hennicher, that was wonderful. What a sweet way to begin. We have a one-man band here with the raw drum and that beautiful didgeridoo. Thank you so much. Precious, sweet. Good morning, everyone. And good morning. Yeah, say it back to me. I like that. I can hear people now. I can see people. You're here. I love it. So welcome to the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. This is our spiritual home, our beloved community, and we gather now both in person and we also continue the live stream so that we can stay connected. It's a little bit different this morning because as you saw, those of you who came in person, there is a gathering outside with fire trucks and police cars, and there will be a procession at 11 o'clock, they tell us. It's escorting a fallen Lower Merion officer, firefighter Tom Royds, from Paoli Hospital to the different township and throughout. He lost his life in the line of duty just yesterday, and he was on the scene of a motor vehicle collision on Route 76 when this happened. So he's being honored, which I think is wonderful. So about 11 o'clock, you may hear a lot of sirens, and we celebrate that they're honoring his life. And so thank you for being able to get in the driveway today. And of course, those of you who are with us live stream, you didn't have to deal with that. So we welcome you here for our in-person gathering and for our virtual worldwide gathering as well. We are a spiritual community that teaches and practices the principles of science of mind as taught by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. And we're so grateful that we have an opportunity to share this with each other because we walk through the challenging times together and we celebrate the joyful times together. And in case you hadn't noticed, in this life, we get both. And since we have this beautiful principle on which we rely, there is God and nothing else. There is a spiritual basis to this universe. We are all a part of the one life, which is indeed divine. We individualize that life, and we see it and celebrate it in one another, and we walk together through all of the interesting experiences of life. We also know that we are in the process of awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. Huh, Henrik? Come on up, you give the talk. Good. Hi! Henrik wants to say something too, and well, I think what he really wants to do is play the didge. And we are awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and we are also in the process of, I have been sidelined. Papa, we got a piano here, he says. We're in the process of co-creating a world that works for all. And that includes everybody, all sizes. And we have a purpose statement here that I would invite you to say with me if you choose to. And it goes like this: living, loving, learning, spirituality that works. And now we'll have our opening song, which is by Harold Payne. And I like the title. It is called Love Wins.
You turn the news on, you get your blues on from all the negativity. It's hard to wrap yourself around what's going down on TV. You can stress it, second guess it. You can think about it way too hard, or you can move the conversation from your head to your heart. Sometimes it's a matter of just letting go and holding on to the one thing we know. Love wins, love wins. That's where the circle of life begins. It's the one simple lesson worth learning again and again. Love wins. We It doesn't matter if we're on one side or the other, as long as we find a way to get along with one another. We can agree to disagree, or maybe even realize that you see another point of view when you look through someone else's eyes. Sometimes it's as easy as just letting go and holding on to the one thing we know. Love wins, love wins. That's where the circle of life begins. It's the one simple lesson worth learning again and again. Love wins whenever you give it a chance. It is the one hope that everyone has to build a better world for us all. Love wins, love wins. That's where the circle of life begins. It's the one simple lesson worth learning again and again. Love wins, that's where it all begins. Love wins, we learn it again and again. Love wins, that's where it all begins. Love wins, we learn it again and again. Love is the lesson. Love wins, that's where it all begins. Love is the lesson. Love wins, we learn it again and again. Love wins, that's where it all begins. Love wins, we learn it again and again. Love is the lesson. Love wins.
I love that. Thank you. Well, normally we would have the kid talk now, but I don't see the helper for Edie. Edie, shall we wait and... What's that?
Which helper?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Which helper?
Wait for the helper?
Which helper? Which helper?
Oh, Mila.
Oh.
Her mom might have had trouble getting in. So we can either, do you want to go up for just until Mila gets here, Richard? Thank you. Good. So, okay, so I'm talking to the kids. Hi, kids. And I wanted to tell you that yesterday, Reverend Mike and I had the pleasure of, let's see, there's two more kids, yeah. We had, before you go, I'm talking. Yeah. Reverend Mike and I yesterday had the pleasure of having dinner with a dear family in our midst here, who's not here this morning, and we got to see their new home, and we visited the teenage daughter's room. And it was so much fun to see that beautiful expression that only a 13-year-old can create in her room. And it occurred to me that when we see someone being so creative, it reminds us that we can be creative too. Now, do you boys have an opportunity to make something special in your rooms? You do? What do you do there that makes it your very own? But you have the opportunity to do that. So I think sometimes when we see someone else doing something so nice and so wonderful for themselves, that it can inspire us to do that too. And the same thing is true with just expressing love in our lives. Other people catch on to that, just as that song shared with us. And then we have the freedom to experience creativity and love and joy, and now go on upstairs and have fun. It's a lot more fun up there. Okay, thanks. We see you soon. There is your helper. Richard, you're free. Okay, so this is the time for a meditation. You ready to have a meditation? Have you had kind of a busy morning? So let's just get still for a moment, few moments. Breathe deeply that fresh breath of spirit. The prana, the chi, the life divine, that which inspires and feeds us. Breathe deeply into that fresh breath of divine life and let it circulate through our bodies, through our minds, and through our emotions, becoming still and centered. And as we release each breath, it is with a growing sense of release of anything that may have seemed of a dualistic nature, any tension, any false sense of separation from Source. So we continue to breathe in that fresh breath of life and to exhale anything which no longer serves or belongs to us. And now focusing on that sweet breath, let's let it become a pathway to our hearts. And entering into our hearts, we no longer see the world in separation, for we are viewing everything beginning with ourselves through the eye of the heart, which is the eye of love, the eye of wisdom. And what we hear through the ear of our hearts is sweet harmony, replacing any cacophony in the world. We enter more deeply now into peace, compassion, divine love, and infinite wisdom, and simply rest here at the center of our hearts, realizing that our hearts are all being held very tenderly and powerfully in the cosmic heart itself. And so we can rest, we can relax, and surrender to the sweet flow of life and love moving through us now. And as that life and love flow through us, let's begin to picture all of our loved ones, all those we know and love, all of those we see and are ready to love, and all of those we may never even meet. And invite that love to flow out and to touch them and to lift them, freeing them from any false sense of separation into the unity of all life, which celebrates itself in multiplicity. Let the love that is within our precious hearts flow out and touch and connect with and bless and lift all sentient beings until everyone is made free in this essence of love, which is indeed our divine heritage. It is the very essence of our being. And it is the very essence of the being of every other person in this world. And so we allow and invite and delight in the continuous flow of this divine love, which opens hearts and minds and frees everyone to be who they truly are. And as we continue to rest in this sweet space, we are open to infinite possibilities. And we give thanks that all is God and all is good and all is well. Now I would like to invite Sarah Funk to come up and give us an opening treatment. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to see your beautiful faces. Before I do the treatment, I want to read something, a quote from Rumi, and we know we love Rumi. This is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fail each moment. First to let go of life, finally to take a step without feet. So here is what I know. There is a divine source that lives and moves through each and every one of us. This divine source is love. The love of God, the peace, the power, the life, the light, the beauty, the joy. Within us, we are full of this love. And as we realize this, we know that it lives in us individually, and we are encouraged to share this love to all beings. And let us lift us to freedom, the freedom to love, and to be honoring our authentic selves. Knowing this, then we are free to fly. So I know this is the truth. I know that we have this freedom, that we are blessed. And as we share it with others, we grow and make the world a better place. So I know this is the truth. I'm grateful that it is so. And I release this treatment into God's holy law, knowing it is acted upon and done. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Sarah. You got the music going. That's what treatment does. Now let's speak our affirmation together. If you care to join me, please do. Love is a mighty moving force, lifting us all to a beautiful sense of freedom and honoring the authentic self within all. This is typically the time of our demonstration, which is beautiful manifestations of good that have taken place in people's lives. We've had one the last 2 weeks. We don't today, but we've got a wonderful one coming up next week, so wait for that. Oh, hi! When did you come in? Oh, nice. Okay. And so it is just about 11 o'clock. So another warning that the procession should be taking place soon. And if you hear sirens, you'll understand what's going on, and our hearts will be open and grateful that something beautiful is expressing. Is there something?
If it's very loud, we're just going to mute the sound on the feed.
If it's very loud, we're just going to mute the sound on the feed. So
Just a minute or two.
they've got it handled, whatever, but I won't mute myself. Try that. Ask Reverend Mike if that ever works. So, all right. Well, this is the last Sunday in July, and our whole month has been about free to be. And we've been focusing on our own individual freedoms. We have been doing our own inner work, and oh my goodness, we do it so well. I mean, I know, because it isn't just Sundays that I'm with you. I speak with many of you throughout the week. I understand that we've all, and that includes Reverend Mike and myself, we've all been doing our own work, whether it's in our classes or on our own, meditation and afterwards and journaling. And I think we are all developing a greater sense of being alive in this divine freedom, which is our divine birthright. And so today, we're going to focus even more on helping each other to be lifted up and to feel free, which is why I'm calling this, Let's Free Our Friends to Fly. Now, many years ago, I saw this wonderful graphic, and it showed a bottle that had a lid on the top of it. It actually looked like a giant salt shaker. And there was a heart just resting on the bottom of this bottle. And the name of this drawing was Heart Frees a Friend to Fly. And so the next picture was another heart that was sort of hovering above this jar or bottle. And the third one was that little heart unscrewed the lid. And the last one is that heart that was sitting at the bottom of the jar flew up, and the two of them flew away. I have always loved that. Heart frees a friend to fly. Now, the challenging part, of course, might be getting that lid off. You know, I don't think hearts have fingernails to worry about, but it was just a beautiful image that has always touched me, that we have the ability, the responsibility perhaps, and I love that word because it's simply the ability to respond to a situation with the greatness that is within us, with the love and the compassion that is within us. So no matter what the situation may be where a person may seem to be trapped in some way, we always have a way to help, and we're given the direction when we listen within to our divine intuition, and we find out how to go about helping somebody to be released from that situation. We as practitioners and ministers do this every day with people who feel stuck in something. And isn't it our job, and that includes people who are the practitioners of science of mind, whether you're licensed for it or not, if you're using this beautiful principle in your lives, you are practitioners of science of mind, religious science. And as we implement and utilize these beautiful tools that we have been given, very beautiful spiritual tools for very practical, everyday human experiences, we not only enhance our own lives, but we can't help but enhance other people's lives and help them to fly as well. I love this. I'm just getting to know this American psychologist who's Egyptian and a Muslim scholar. Her name is Yasmin Mogahed. And I love this quote. She says, "Love without attachment is the purest love because it isn't about what others give you because you're empty. It's about what you can give others because you're already full." The invocation to the Isha Upanishad goes like this. All this is full. All that is full. From fullness, fullness comes. When fullness is taken from fullness, fullness still remains. We can never deplete the fabulous potentiality of the life of God itself. And it's said, you can't outgive God. You know, there is so much, more than we can even imagine. What does the word infinite mean to us? We're just scratching the surface of what that can mean. There is infinite potential. There is infinite abundance. There is infinite love. And we just play too small. We think, well, here's just a little bit. You can have this much, but I've got to keep this in case I need it. We need to get beyond that sense of restriction. There's plenty, plenty, plenty already full. So we've been focusing all this month on freedom. Don't you love freedom? It starts with 4th of July, and in fact, it never, ever stops. So the inner work, as I was saying, that we've done as individuals continues to pay off in our own experiences, in a sense of lightness and expanded freedom. Are you getting some of that? Are you feeling freer than you were at the beginning of the month? If not, I haven't done my job. I'll just keep going here. So it's only natural, of course, that we wish to share these experiences with others and free a friend to fly. Free a friend to fly. What's taking place outside now, of course, is a beautiful tribute to someone who gave his all just to be of help to others. Now, I'm not asking that we give our all. I'm not asking that we become Mother Teresa's, only that we do what we are intended to do, moved to do, intuitively guided to do. And as Mother Teresa said, you needn't do great things. Just do small things with great love. Small things with great love. So as our consciousness expands, and it always does, because we are on this beautiful path of spiritual evolution, it's expanding into a truer and truer sense of freedom to live from God's center and circumference. You know, God is a sphere whose center is everywhere and circumference is nowhere because it can't be measured. And right where you are, right where I am, right where every sentient being is, there is the wholeness, the potentiality for the wholeness of the power of love and wisdom to be present and to do its wonderful work through us, as us, for we are those centers of divine consciousness. It's time, don't you think, that we awaken to who we truly are and what we can do because of that. Now, you've heard this phrase in many different ways for a long time, and I found that the earliest one that seems to have begun what others years and centuries later have spoken was Herbert Spencer in 1851, when he said, "No one can be perfectly free until all are free." And then, of course, from the New Colossus by Emma Lazarus on the Statue of Liberty, and that was in 1883, she wrote, "Until we are all free, there are none of us free." Then, of course, in the 60s, Martin Luther King said, "No one is free until we are all free." And in 1971, it was Fannie Lou Hamer who said, "Nobody's free until everybody's free." This has been an awareness for a long time, hasn't it? When you and I feel a greater sense of freedom, freedom from past limitation, freedom from past erroneous beliefs, Reverend Michael likes to call that the BS, the belief system. That was his, not mine. And I like it. It's our belief systems that aren't true. Anybody here have untrue belief systems? Anybody here worked through a lot of them already? Anybody here ready to continue to do this work? And a lot of that has to do with feeling limited. We feel restricted, like we're in the jar. And isn't it wonderful that we can come along, or someone can come along and say, I love you, let's go fly together. This is not the truth about you. This is not where you were born. How did you get in there in the first place? Let's go out of here. Let's just get out of here and go have some fun. And so we are, in fact, modeling for other people this natural expression of divine love. You know, there is an innate desire, not only within people, but in animals, in all sentient beings. You've seen on Facebook some of those beautiful postings where here's an animal helping another animal. I saw a cat walking with another cat, and the second cat couldn't see. So that cat had its own guide cat. And they walked real close together. And I see these things posted all the time. It's a very natural, innate desire to help other people to live their lives fully. You know, we know people who are perhaps physically limited. That doesn't mean they need to be limited in any other way. Reverend Mike and I are going to be taking a beautiful trip next month up through New England. We're going to see places we've never seen. And we start in Boston. And when we begin there, we'll be visiting my former pianist from Los Altos, California, a beautiful young woman who was a wonderful pianist and an even greater singer. And the whole congregation would go and see her shows. She was so wonderful. And this beautiful young woman has MS. And she is not physically able to do all the things she did in the past. And her spirit is so strong. We're going to have dinner with her. And if it happens to be a good day for her, we'll take her out to her favorite restaurant. If it's maybe a little less so, we will go to her favorite restaurant and we will bring dinner to her. And we will have a precious evening. Her physical restrictions vary from day to day, but they do not keep her from expressing her mighty spirit. And she encourages other people all the time. You know, when we see someone who moves beyond their limitations in that way, doesn't it inspire us? And doesn't it make us realize we have it pretty darn good, pretty darn well? I know, all the English majors here, and I was one myself. It's the vernacular, you know. It's not like we're trying to be hip. And I think it's important, as we're looking to see how we can encourage and lift others to move beyond their previous restrictions, and most of it is about belief systems, isn't it? How it's important for us to know that we don't need to feel as though there's a certain amount that we need to do every day. Let's release any sense of shame. Oh, I'm not doing enough. You know, I read about somebody who's doing that. You're doing exactly enough. No shame, no blame. Let's just enter into our hearts more deeply in love and in compassion and in wisdom, so that we can truly ask ourselves, what is mine to do today? How can I bring my newly established consciousness of freedom into the world of my friends and my coworkers and my neighbors and perfect strangers? Isn't that a wonderful phrase? Have you ever thought that strangers are perfect? They are, particularly when we realize that that is simply someone who's not yet a friend. As we open our hearts to other people, as we establish that contact, and you probably know that Reverend Mike and I love to play with people when we're out in the world, with our wait people, with people in shops, and just walking on the street. Do you know how we are all longing for this divine human connection? Do you know how everyone is waiting in one way or another, whether we realize it or not, for someone just to smile at us, to let us know that we're really okay, that things are evolving as they should. This world is becoming ultimately heaven on earth. And the reason it is because you and I are determined and dedicated to bringing heaven onto earth, even a little at a time. So let's not feel any kind of guilt for I'm not doing enough. You are. You are already, just by being here, whether it's in our beautiful blue seats again. And by the way, it's lovely to have people in the blue seats again, because I just saw a sea of blue before. And it's so sweet to see you and feel you here with me, with us. And I'm so grateful we have the opportunity, thanks to Jeff and those who pop in and help us in these ways, to continue to move this word out, to connect with people. Even my own family tunes in from all over the place. I love that we have these beautiful connections. I love that we get to do our love notes from home and we find ways to be with you. So let's simply continue to experience our freedom, to be the authentic self, to do what is ours to do in that precious moment, and to know that one way or another, many ways probably, we are helping to lift. As Ernest Holmes was asked years ago, and he borrowed the phrase from Carl Jung, he was asked, what do you think this religious science stuff is going to do for the world? He said, oh, it is simply to lift the collective consciousness. That's the subjective area of mind where we as a human race have all of these beliefs and experiences stored. We can tap into that. Better yet, we can positively influence that human race conscious mind, and we can lift it. And we can do that simply by asking, what is ours to do? What is mine to do today? How can I bring more love and compassion into my surroundings and ultimately into the world? Let's just keep our core values. Let's focus on what they are, and let's be caring and let's be compassionate. It's a natural thing to do. Simply by modeling our own love and our own freedom, we can free a friend to fly, including that perfect stranger who hasn't yet become a friend. So it's everybody's birthright to be free, to be supported on wings of love. Huh? And we happily establish heaven on earth in this way. Small things with great love. This is the dénouement of our purpose. Don't you love that word? The dénouement. It is the fulfillment. It is that purpose, that end that we are here to participate in and to bring to our world. And it's a joy. You know, it's a joy to live from love and to establish real freedom for all. Don't you think? So will you say with me, I'm a mighty moving force of love.
I'm a mighty moving force of love.
You know, I believe you. You said that so well. I am lifted above circumstances into sweet freedom.
I am lifted above circumstances
Into sweet freedom. It is I gratefully lift others.
I gratefully lift others
To the expression of authentic love.
to the expression of authentic love.
And so, my beloveds, begins our lesson. Good. Now, this is the time of our sharing of our abundance, and there are so many ways to continue to support our beloved center. And you'll see on your screen, if you do choose to use our many opportunities, or you may place it in one of the bowls around our sanctuary. Now, if you choose to put cash in there, would you kindly take one of the envelopes like this that's right next to the bowl and put your name on it? Because if you identify yourself, we have a wonderful bookkeeper who keeps track and gives you for your purposes in January of next year, an itemized statement. And don't you like that idea? We love that you give lovingly and freely, but let's keep track as well if you choose to. So if you do, please use the envelope. And let's say our prosperity affirmation together. Some of us hold it in our hands. Some of us hold it to our hearts. And I do that because it reminds me every time that every good gift comes from the heart of God. Together, I choose to celebrate prosperity. Divine love blesses my gift. It is my acceptance of God as the source of my abundant supply. With joy and gratitude, I share my abundance with this center. In doing so, I am one with the law of circulation. My tithe goes forth to heal, to prosper, and to bless, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and I am prospered, and so it is.
The title of this song is Love Swirls Around, written by me. Things happen for a reason. Things happen for a reason. Try to live in the moment. Know this is where we belong. Try to clear our busy head. Try to stay strong. Things happen for a reason. Every time or place. Things happen for a reason. Inside there is a space. This time has a purpose. There's nothing that love can't face. Just know that we are one, and know that we are love. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands when we're not sure what we've become. Love's the connection that makes us one. There can always be tough times in our own world or place, but take time to realize we are the ones who are blessed. Things happen for a reason. Be grateful for who you are. Things happen for a reason. Don't ever stray too far. This time has a purpose. There's nothing that love can't face. Just know that we are one, and know that we are like no one is there when we need someone to show us there's love. When we're lost and scared, feel like no one is there when we need someone to show us there's love. Things happen for a reason. Love swirls around. Love's the connection. Love swirls around on the inside, overflows out of our hands when we're not sure what we've become. Love's the connection that makes us one.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Karen Davis. I am your board treasurer and for a little while longer, your board president. So welcome, everyone. We are so thrilled that you joined us today, whether you are sitting right here in our center or watching us from our streaming services. If you are watching us, or even if you're here today but want to watch us on a future Sunday, please be sure to like, to subscribe, and to share. When you subscribe, you'll receive notices when our Sunday celebration and our daily love notes are uploaded, so you don't have to miss any of those. This morning we want to give a special thank you to Joe and Joe Lurkwin, who are sponsoring today's celebration, honoring and celebrating Dr. Maxine's and Reverend Mike's July birthdays. So happy birthdays, and thank you, Joe and Joe. As you can see, we are so excited to welcome everyone back home to our center in person. Our celebrations begin at 10:30, and if you plan to join us any Sunday, please come a little early so you can create your name badge and select your seat. The name badges help us provide a safe environment, and we continue to follow all CDC and local guidelines. Wearing of masks is your own personal choice. Just a holy confession, as Dr. Maxine likes to say. So I'm wearing a green badge. It means that I'm fine with people hugging me. And the idea is that you see what color someone else is doing. So today I gave Cheryl Macklin a huge hug and then noticed she had a yellow badge on. Oops. So sometimes we get a little enthusiastic about showing the love, but it is helpful if we just take a moment, check out the color, and then we'll know the way that the person we're greeting wants to be greeted, and we respect that. So it takes a little practice, but hey, we figured out how to wear masks for 15 months, so I'm pretty sure we can figure this out too. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I go into a store and I feel like I forgot my pants because I'm not wearing my mask, but then I realize, oh no, we don't have to do that anymore. So we do continue to live stream for all of those who choose to watch from the comfort of your homes. And as a reminder, to view from home, just visit our website, www.cslphilly.org. Click on the orange Watch Live button, and you can see all the virtual love notes and past Sunday celebrations. I know that's a little bit odd because if we aren't live, you still click the Watch Live button to see the archived recordings. So sometimes computers are very logical and sometimes it doesn't seem to make sense, but that's how you get to all the archives and the live celebrations. For those of us who are here today, the bookstore is open, so be sure to stop by and reacquaint yourself with our many spiritual books, inspirational gifts, and we have just received the August, I'm supposed to do props and it's so much pressure, the August Science Mind magazine. And this month's theme is A Pause for Guidance and features internationally renowned John Kabat-Zinn's work on mindfulness. And for those of you who are interested, we have one copy left of the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. And this is the book that the Flourishing class is enjoying right now. And this is my favorite part of the announcements, because I promised it a couple of weeks ago. Mark your calendars for our first special event in 2021. We are bringing back Bada Bingo. Woo! So, Saturday night, August 21st. Saturday night, August 21st, here at the center. And so we're super excited about that. That's always so much fun, and it'll be a great way to reconnect with everybody. We'll be doing the whole name badge thing, and so we'll be safe, but we will have a good time. And I've heard rumors that John Zoll, bingo caller extraordinaire, is planning on calling bingo again. So, and we have our annual membership meeting. Right? Okay, maybe not as much fun for some of you as bingo, but it is the opportunity that your board gets to talk to you about what we've been doing for the past year, and this has been a super unique year. So I'm sure that we will be doing it live and streaming. We did stream it last year, but it's a good opportunity for you to know how we stand financially, what our plans are going forward. We'll be introducing new board officers and having new trustee elections. So it'll be very informative, and I will personally try to make it as much fun as possible. Not as much fun as bingo because there's no cash, but we'll try. And then back to the very fun events. An outdoor September picnic is also in the works. Yes. So stay tuned on that one. We're working with the facility in West Goshen Township to see when we can make that happen. So, and that concludes your announcements for today. So go out and make it a great day.
Karen, you make everything fun. Thank you. Thank you for making everything fun. All right. Our closing song, and by the way, I will tell you ahead of time, do not expect Reverend Mike to come and do the send-off at the very end because he's speaking for Temenos today. And so he probably won't be back in time for that, but he is having a wonderful time with them. They love him down there. And as a matter of fact, you love him here too. That's sweet. And Joe and Lady Joe, thank you again. That was a sweet surprise that you were celebrating us by sponsoring today. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And so will Reverend Mike. And so now we're going to have our closing song. We never heard any sirens, did we? So whatever they did it very respectfully because it is Sunday morning. And I'm glad that they're honoring this wonderful gentleman. And so our closing song is Love Always Finds a Way, and it's by three dynamic musicians, Karen Drucker, Gary Lynn Floyd, and Amy Bishop. Take it away, musical gang.
When you're losing your way, when it's too much to take, when your will is broken, I'm here. I can be your shelter, be your safe place to land. When your heart feels empty, I'm here. I have enough love for both of us. I know it's gonna be okay. I have enough love for both of us. And love always finds a way. Love always finds a way. If the future's unknown and the path's overgrown, I will cradle your soul. Don't fear. Don't fear. Though you don't have the answers, may not know where to go, but what you need is inside you. Just trust, and you'll know. You'll know. I have enough love for both of us. I know it's gonna be okay. I have enough love for both of us. And love always finds a way. Love always finds a way. I'm your light in the storm. I'm your call to come home. I'm your beacon of hope. You can count on me. You can count on me. I have enough love love for both of us. I know it's gonna be okay. I have enough love for both of us, and love always finds a way. Love always finds a way. I know it's gonna be okay. Love always finds a way. I know it's gonna be okay. Love always finds a way. Love will always find a way. Love always finds a way. It's gonna be okay. Love always finds a way. Hold my hand, it's gonna be okay. Love always finds a way. It's gonna be okay. Love will always find a way. Love always finds a way. Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Love always finds a way. It's gonna be okay. I know it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I know. Love will always find a way.
Edie's going to come up and tell us something of what happened upstairs. In some sense, you know, what happens upstairs stays upstairs. Thank you.
Okay, so today we talked about loving ourselves. We reminded ourselves of how important it is to be kind to ourselves, and that also helps us. I'm just laughing because they said they didn't want to come up. Henrik, we're going to do something.
Okay.
Henrik, come over here. Come over here. We're going to do something. Henrik. Henrik. Okay, here he comes. Henrik. Give yourself a hug, Henrik. Henrik. He does it. He was going to do it. Give yourself a hug, Henrik. Good job. And we always receive what we're able to give. So we give what we want more of in our lives, so that opens things up. So it's a reflection back to us. So if we want more kindness, we give more kindness, and then we receive more kindness. So that whole thing, you guys know.
Nice job. These kids are as fortunate as I was to start out this young. I was young. Still am. In our wonderful philosophy and teaching. Thank you so much, Edie and Mila. Thank you. Busy boy. He's free to be. Did you notice? All right, so thank you again. Hey, and now he's coming on up to share. Okay, I'm not handing him the microphone yet. So thank you all for being here. Keep on coming back. It's a wonderful opportunity just to gather. Doesn't it feel good to be together? Yeah. All right. And we'll see you next week. And we have some great things coming up. I'm excited about them all. All right. And so as we go forth, do we have something else?
I think I forgot to say that the annual membership meeting is September 19th. I don't think I sent the date.
The annual community meeting is for the members is September 19th. And I think we provide, well, we'll see about that. We're not doing refreshments right now. We'll see what happens by September. Okay, thank you all. And so as we go forth, it is with so much love and so much joy in our hearts. And as we enter into our daily lives and touch and bless and lift the lives of others, we let love lead the way. And so it is. Yay!
I have made a decision about my life. It may be a strange surprise to some. I have always thought I wanted what so many want, but it's to a different conclusion that I've come.